Individuals sent by dark forces often radiate an aura of persistent negativity. They consistently highlight the worst aspects of situations, people, and circumstances, draining your energy. This relentless pessimism can gradually erode your own positive outlook, leaving you feeling hopeless and demoralized. These individuals tend to dismiss or undermine any positive developments in your life. If you share good news or an achievement, they might respond with skepticism, doubt, or even disdain. Over time, this can cause you to question your own accomplishments and diminish your sense of self-worth. Furthermore, their negativity isn't limited to external events. They often harbor a deeply cynical view of life and humanity. This pervasive pessimism can be contagious, influencing your own perspective and making it harder for you to maintain a hopeful and optimistic outlook. They might use a sarcasm or mockery to belittle any joy or success you experience. For instance, if you get a promotion at work, they may downplay it by suggesting it was just luck or that you don't deserve it. This constant barrage of negativity can lead to a gradual erosion of your self-esteem and belief in your capabilities. In conversations, they often steer the discussion towards negative topics, creating an environment where doom and gloom dominate. They might bring up past failures, criticize your decisions, and emphasize the negative consequences of your actions. This focus on negativity can create a cloud of despair, making it difficult for you to see the positive aspects of your life and the opportunities ahead. Such individuals frequently resort to manipulation to achieve their aims. They might use guilt, fear, or emotional blackmail to control your actions and thoughts. Their primary goal is to destabilize your sense of autonomy and self-worth, making you more susceptible to their influence. Manipulative behavior can manifest in various ways. They may twist facts or present misleading information to serve their agenda. For example, they might exaggerate or fabricate problems to elicit sympathy or compliance from you. By creating a sense of urgency or crisis, they can pressure you into making decisions that benefit them. Additionally, these individuals often use psychological tactics to undermine your confidence and self-esteem. They might belittle your opinions, mock your feelings, or dismiss your experiences, causing you to doubt your own judgment and capabilities. This erosion of self-trust can make you increasingly reliant on them for guidance and validation. In more subtle forms of manipulation, they might use charm and flattery to win your trust and then exploit it for their purposes. They may present themselves as caring and concerned friends or partners, only to reveal their true manipulative nature once they have established a sense of dependency. Emotional manipulation can also involve playing the victim or martyr, making you feel guilty for their unhappiness or problems. They might accuse you of being selfish or ungrateful if you don't comply with their demands, creating a sense of obligation and guilt that keeps you under their control. Over time, this can lead to a loss of personal autonomy and a growing sense of entrapment. One of the most insidious tactics is to isolate you from friends, family, and other support systems. They may sow seeds of doubt about your loved ones, creating conflicts and mistrust. By isolating you, they increase your dependence on them, making it easier to exert control over your life. Isolation can take many forms, from subtle insinuations about the intentions of your friends and family to outright demands that you cut ties with them. They might suggest that your loved ones are envious, untrustworthy, or unsupportive, planting doubts in your mind and fostering conflicts that drive you apart. As you become more isolated, your perspective becomes skewed, and you may find it harder to see the situation clearly. The absence of external viewpoints and emotional support can make you more susceptible to manipulation and control, deepening your dependency on the negative influence in your life. This tactic can also involve creating conflicts and misunderstandings between you and your support network. They might spread rumors or make provocative statements to instigate arguments and drive a wedge between you and your loved ones. This manufactured discord can leave you feeling isolated and unsupported, further increasing your reliance on the manipulative individual. In some cases, they may even go to great lengths to physically separate you from your support network. This could involve encouraging you to move to a different location, change jobs, or adopt a lifestyle that limits your interaction with friends and family. These individuals often tempt you towards behaviors and actions that go against your moral and spiritual values. This could range from encouraging dishonesty and infidelity to fostering habits like substance abuse or gambling. The objective is to lead you astray from your spiritual path and into a cycle of guilt and self-destruction. Temptation can be subtle or overt, but it always seeks to exploit your weaknesses and vulnerabilities. They might frame unethical behavior as harmless fun or necessary for achieving certain goals. For example, they could encourage you to lie to protect yourself or to engage in deceitful practices to get ahead at work. By leading you into actions that conflict with your values, they aim to create internal conflict and guilt. This internal turmoil can weaken your spiritual resolve and make it harder for you to stay true to your principles. Over time, the accumulation of these negative actions can erode your sense of integrity and self-respect. These individuals might also downplay the consequences of immoral actions, making it seem like there's no harm in indulging in certain behaviors. They might say things like, "Everyone does it," or "What's the big deal?" to trivialize the seriousness of the actions they're encouraging. This normalization of unethical behavior can lead you to rationalize actions that you would otherwise reject. In some cases, they may even create situations that make it difficult for you to adhere to your moral and spiritual values. For instance, they might invite you to social gatherings where there's pressure to drink excessively or use drugs. A striking characteristic is their lack of empathy and compassion. They may exhibit narcissistic traits, showing little concern for your feelings or well-being. This emotional coldness can leave you feeling misunderstood, unsupported, and emotionally drained. Individuals lacking empathy are often self-centered and dismissive of others' needs and emotions. They may ignore your feelings, invalidate your experiences, or respond to your problems with indifference or hostility. This lack of emotional support can be particularly damaging in close relationships where mutual understanding and care are crucial. Their inability to empathize can also manifest in a disregard for the consequences of their actions on others. They might make decisions or take actions that benefit themselves at your expense, showing little remorse or consideration for the harm they cause. This pattern of behavior can create a toxic dynamic, leaving you feeling exploited and devalued. Their interactions are often marked by a sense of entitlement and superiority. They may expect you to cater to their needs and desires without reciprocating or acknowledging your efforts. This one-sided dynamic can leave you feeling used and unappreciated, eroding your self-esteem and sense of worth. In conflict situations, their lack of empathy becomes particularly evident. Instead of seeking to understand your perspective and find a resolution, they may resort to blame-shifting, denial, or outright dismissal of your concerns. This refusal to engage in constructive dialogue can make it impossible to address issues and repair the relationship, leaving you feeling frustrated and helpless.